Hello everybody, this is JT Productions and welcome back to another preview and prediction video. Today I'll be doing the Arizona State Sun Devils. Last season Arizona State went 8-5, 6-3 in the Pac-12 with a loss in the Las Vegas Bowl to Wisconsin. Now they had a very comparable season. Jaden Daniels didn't have the best of seasons, but they found ways to win games. They lost to BYU, Utah, Washington State, and Oregon State. All good losses. They had wins against teams like USC, Washington, UCLA, and Stanford. So, pretty good for Arizona standards. Now, they lost their quarterback from last year into the transfer portal. Jaden Daniels went off to Baton Rouge to join the Tigers of LSU. You get either Emory Jones or Paul Tyson. Two transfers from the SEC, one from Florida and one from Alabama. Emory Jones has a lot of experience, but do you want to deal with the turnover problem? Or do you want Paul Tyson, who has not seen any necessary, I guess you would say, playing time? Considerable. Anyways, you have a quarterback problem. So, let's see what my notes say. You're 50th in recruiting in the country over the last 5 years. That's best for 8th in the Pac-12. Herm Edwards is in his 5th season as a head coach. He's been pretty good so far. In my opinion, turnovers will be the theme of your season. That's just my opinion. You have a bunch of transfers coming in, and that's going to be your saving grace. You have a wide receiver transfer in Cam Johnson coming from Vanderbilt, one of Vandy's best receivers last year. A left tackle of Emmett Boyle coming in from Northern State. Right guard and Chris Martinez coming in from San Diego State. Right tackle and Des Holmes coming in from Penn State. Tight end in Bryce Pierre coming in from Mount San Antonio College. Tight end in Messiah Swinson coming in from Missouri. Quarterback Emory Jones coming in from Florida. Quarterback Paul Tyson coming in from Alabama. Running back Xavier Valladay coming in from Wyoming. Defensive tackle Nesta Jade Silvera coming in from Miami. Defensive back Ro Torrance coming in from Auburn. Safety Corey Bethley coming in from Hawaii. Safety Chris Edmonds coming in from Samford. And defensive back Tariq Luckett coming in from Colorado. So some quality pieces, just like some other teams have gotten this offseason. You got the good end of the transfer portal. Now, how much will that help your team? That's something that we don't know until the season starts. So, speaking of the season, let's see what I think is going to happen. So, week 1, you play Northern Arizona Lumberjacks in Tempe. I think you get the win there. This will be a good kind of practice game, I guess, for Emory Jones or whoever's starting before you go on the road to Oklahoma State to take on the Cowpokes. This game against Oklahoma State, the talent differential, they're a little bit more talented than you. However, I think the coaching is about the same with Herm Edwards and Mike Gundy. However, like I said before this, turnovers are going to be the absolute they're going to be the theme of your season. And it's going to be the theme of this game. Oklahoma State's going to win because of the turnovers that Emory Jones or Paul Tyson throws. So you're 1-1. You play Eastern Michigan at home. This will be a win. Eastern Michigan is one of the worst Michigan teams. So you're 2-1. Then you play Utah at home. I could see this Utah game being Emory Jones' best game at Arizona State. Utah, one of the best teams in the Pac-12. Defensively, they're meh, I guess. And Emory Jones, he can play. We saw last year against Alabama in the run game, he was able to slice up Alabama's defense in the second half. I could see something like that here, but I do think that Utah pulls it out in the end and gets a win. And that means you're 2-2 before you go on the road the next week to take on USC. So, you play USC the next week. I think you get blown out. I think there's quarterback issues that may arise, and this would cause the offense to kind of sputter, and that would leave you wide open to a blowout loss to the Trojans. So you're 2-3. Then you play Washington. And I think the turnover bug bites you here as well. Washington, their defense over the last year is pretty good, and now they have Fresno State's head coach from last year and Michael Penix Jr. from Indiana. So I think you lose here to Washington, have a 3-game losing streak before your bye week. You're 2-4 coming out of it. Then you go on the road to Stanford, and I think you lose here as well. I think turnovers are the absolute theme of this game as well. Whether it's Paul Tyson or Emory Jones, I think turnovers are going to lose you multiple games. So you lose this game, you're 2-5 before going on the road again to Boulder, Colorado to take on the Buffalo. I feel like this is going to be a close game. It's going to be one you don't expect to be close either. And I think you lose it. I think Colorado's defense stuns you, and this could cause Emory Jones to be benched for the rest of the season. This could cause some turmoil with your offense and your quarterback. The next week you play UCLA at home. A lot of stuff happens in college football that we don't think is supposed to happen, and I think this week is going to be a testament of that. And I think you beat UCLA. UCLA, under Chip Kelly, has been known to drop games they're not supposed to, even in their best years, and I think this is one of them. So, you are, 3-6? Yeah. 3-6. And then you go on the road to Washington State, trying to keep your bowl game, trying to keep the bowl game, dream for the bowl game alive. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. With a game in Pullman, Washington. I think this could be a close game just because of everything that's at stake. But I think in the end, turnovers are the reason you lose this game. And I think the better team wins in Washington State. You are now 3-7. You are no longer bowl eligible. Last 2 games, you're home against Oregon State and then at Arizona. I think you beat Oregon State and you beat Arizona. I think you finish the season strong with a 2-game winning streak at 5-7. This is going to be one of Herm Edwards' worst years as Arizona State's head coach. He could be on the hot seat at this point, but I don't think they will fire him. He's been too good to them. So there you have it. I hope y'all enjoyed Arizona State 5-7. If you have a problem with anything in this video, any loss I gave them or any win I gave them, let me know down in the comments and we'll have a discussion. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed, and go Dogs.